Few days ago, I read an article, and in that article, I came to know some valuable insights. It was really thought provoking, and that article was something related to leadership quality. What that article was explaining, the article was explaining that the leaders, people who are great leaders, they have the ability to see particular thing with lot of insights. They don't see the things with intellectual memory. Now, what is the difference between these two? What is watching particular thing with your insight and watching particular thing with your intellectual memory? Let us have some explanation. Let's have some clarity upon this. Watching particular things with your intellectual memory means something that deals or functions with the data. Memory is always something that deals with or functions with the data, the information. The data which is always fed in our mind from the schools and colleges. What these schools and colleges are doing, they are feeding the information in our brain. And that information is something related to what has happened. Schools and colleges, they never teach us about innovation, they teach us what has happened. And that is the reason why, with this data, with this piece of information, when we do some permutation and combination, things appear very magical. You feel that it's a magic kind of thing because you're looking the statistics. You feel amazing when you display the knowledge in front of people. But frankly speaking, with this piece of information, you will always be doing only permutation and combination. You will not be able to create anything new. On the other hand, if you think about watching particular thing with your insights, what does that mean? Watching particular thing with insights mean using your brain to the highest potential, using your mind in such a way that you are thinking out of box. Okay, watching particular thing in such a way that you're not using the books. It is beyond books. It is not limiting your thought. Something that is you're watching and you are watching with lot of insights. Frankly speaking, or for more clarity, let me tell you in this way: the more dynamism of the brain. We should watch particular thing with more dynamism of the brain. What is that now? Watching particular thing with logical thinking, critical thinking, reasoning ability, analytical skills, objection handling skills, problem solving abilities. When you watch certain things with this kind of attitude, you do amazing discoveries. Let me give you one example. Let me support this with an example. There was a very famous person in European countries. His name was Andrew Carnegie. He was the founder of Steel Company. And during those days, in the initial days itself, he was making a lot of money. He was about to become the billionaire. Many people, they started thinking, how is that possible? This man at a young age is making that much money. So people started suspecting doubt upon this person's ability. And in that way, people started, investigating about him, whether he is making money with some evil activities. And people did investigation and they found nothing. People approached him and asked him, Sir, what exactly are you doing these days that you are able to make that much money? Whereas if you compare other people, people are making money with an instrumental way. Very gradually, people are making money. How come you are making money in a shorter period of time and that too in an enormous amount? How is it possible? Then he replied, Sir, I have the ability to focus one particular thing for extended period of time. I don't have the problem of attention deficiency. Whenever I see particular things, I see that particular thing for more than 5 minutes and magic happens. People asked him, What magic? What nonsense are you talking? When you see particular thing for more than 5 minutes, magic happens. Can you explain about this? He said, Yes, let me explain you. Whenever I see particular thing with my insight for more than 5 minutes, I start using my scientific memory. He replied in that way. Whenever I watch particular thing, I use my previous knowledge, previous information, and everything start connecting like a dot, and innovation happens. So the moral of the story, what he wants to give us is from this small example, whenever we are watching particular thing with lot of introspection, the problem solving happens. So this is the insight, this is the thoughtful message that I came across an article. So moral is what? Whenever we are watching certain things, that certain thing can be anything, whether it be a business, whether be your problem in your studies, whether be your real life example or real life problems in your family, with your friends, anybody is facing some problem. When you watch particular thing with lot of insights, when you see particular thing and you start introspecting in your mind, problem solving happens. But if you are watching certain things with the intellectual memory which is fed by the schools and colleges in your mind, you can only be following the footsteps of the people. If you are using your intellectual memory, you will be following the footsteps of the people. When you're watching certain problems from your insight, problem solving happens. This is the message.